Hey, shalom, y'all. Bashim Yabashah Brakatham to all the Hakim. Yahweh Shema Alatham Bashim Yabashah to all the sisters. This is ISUBK. This is the closing of the Feast of Purim. Let's clap it up. Yeah, we're going to get into this story. We got into it yesterday. Pretty much like the example that Esther showed as far as like when our women, the power what our women can be when they're in the right spirit. You see what I'm saying? Esther was she was a beautiful woman. And what she did was she was courageous in a sense, because she was courageous in the fact that she used the gift of a woman for the good of her nation. It wasn't like she was using the gift of a woman, to get over. She wasn't out there twerking, dotting. You see what I'm saying? What she was doing, she was in the right spirit, and because of that, our nation was saved. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that some more. Now we also gonna see the difference in what real leadership looks like. You see what I'm saying? Just to give a brief history on the book of Purim. So if you notice, the king pretty much, he had a wife. He got drunk. He was drinking, with his guys and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? He called for his wife. His wife declined to come. That was a egregious offense for the wife to command anybody, especially his wife. And she don't respond. She pretty much she went against everything he told her to do when he called her into his presence. So with that being said, he got rid of her. You see what I'm saying? He got rid of her. Now he's ready to go on a hunt, pretty much trying to find him another rib and find another woman that he wants to be with. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to get in the story. We're going to pick it up in, we're going to pick the story up in Esther chapter 2. We're going to start in verse 5.
Esther chapter 2, verse 5. Now in Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jah, the son of Shema, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
A Benjamite. Like what you're saying right now, like, this is a sidebar to the story, but it's so important. Like they just went down the lineage according to the fathers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get it mistaken. A lot of people, they look to the Jewish man and they look to him for answers as it pertains to our people. Right. You're not to look to him. In the Jewish custom, their custom is you're Jewish according to your mother. You see what I'm saying? But here it is, you're Jewish. You being a Jew is dependent upon, or you being an Israelite is dependent upon your father. We just read read that again.
The son of Jah, the son of Shema, the son of Kish, a Benjamin.
Yeah, so he just read down his lineage, man. He was a Benjamite. You see what I'm saying? And a Benjamite, he would be, your West Indian right now. You feel me? You're Jamaican.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's who Mordecai was. Keep going.
Verse 6, who have been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity, which have been carried away, Jonathan, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar had the king of Babylon had carried away.
Yeah, so he had been carried away, carried away into when we got chased out of Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? He was a part of that. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful.
They're saying the maid was fair and beautiful. What does that mean? We went over a little bit yesterday. So what does it matter? What does it mean when they say she was fair? We're talking about Esther now. Oh, you want to give it a try? What does it mean when they say a person is fair? Yeah. No. Good up.
Look good.
Yeah. Fair meaning like she was beautiful. So when you see it in the scripture, it says she was fair. That means she was a beautiful woman. Keep going.
Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
And this is the custom of our people right here. This is the custom of Israel. You see what I'm saying? Esther, her parents, both of her parents were dead. You see what I'm saying? Mordecai stepped in and he became a father to her. You see what I'm saying? This is the custom of our people. We're not supposed to be just out here fatherless and motherless.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, our custom is if your parent died, your father died, you know, another brother will step up to play that role.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Your mother died, a woman would step up and play that role. You see what I'm saying? Like, our children are not to be fatherless and motherless out here and don't have nobody that can step into those roles.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 8. So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan, the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house.
So this is the command that the command that was given at this time was the king was ordering all the maids, you see what I'm saying, to come before him. You know, he pretty much great choose, like, all the females come before me, you see what I'm saying, and he's great pick the one of his choosing. Keep going.
To the custody of Haggai, keeper of the woman.
Yeah. So Esther was brought to that. She was brought to into that company. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him.
And the maiden pleased him. Esther pleased him. Like, the king saw her and he was attracted by her. You know, he seen her. You know, the scripture just talked about how beautiful she was.
Right.
The king saw that off the top. Keep going.
And she obtained kindness of him.
And she obtained kindness of him. That's important. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's something that we can't look over, because it's a scripture that tells you the only thing out here, the only thing on this earth stronger than a woman is the truth. But it tells you how strong the influence of a woman can be. You see what I'm saying? The truth is the only thing, the only thing that pretty much can influence you outside of that woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So here it is. She found favor in this king. He seen her and she was so beautiful that now he being kind to her. It's the same as when you see a beautiful woman in the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna talk to her different. You see what I'm saying? You might help her a little more. That's just the nature of it. You see what I'm saying? A woman that ain't attracted to you, all right, she can carry them bags. You see what I'm saying? You do it unintentionally. She can carry her own bags. You feel me? Like, it's just a difference when you find a woman attractive, and in this case, she caught the king's eye. Keep going.
And he speedily gave her things for purification.
It is. He gave her things for purification. Like, listen, I'm going to give you the best of the best right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He gave her things that I'm quite sure he did not give the other ones.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you're seeing it start to build. Keep going.
With such things as belonged to her and 7 maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best path, like it, best place of the house of the woman.
So here it is. He done found so much favor that he's putting her in the best positions.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Put her in the best house. He really want to keep her close to him. You see what I'm saying? Like, the stage is being set right now. You know, and what he don't realize is these early actions right here is going to be it's going to help in the determining factor of what happens to save our nation.
Right.
Other things has to happen, but this initial attraction, you already see he's treating and dealing with her different. You see what I'm saying? And this is actually how brothers deal with females in the world right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, a female, it's like, you ready to go now? Yeah, so you actually see this in the world right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, when the brother's interested in the female, he's a little more polite to her. You see what I'm saying? He deal with her a certain way. He deal with her in the way that he don't deal with other women. And right now, this king is dealing with Esther that same way. He's putting her in the best house. You see what I'm saying? He's putting her in the best house. He's giving her things that he didn't give the other maidens. You see what I'm saying? That's because his interest has been piqued. These things are going to contribute to the overall outcome of this story. Verse 10. Esther 2 and 10.
Chapter 2, verse 10. Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
And say Esther had not showed her people, you see what I'm saying, nor her kindred, for Mordecai charged her that she should not show it. You see what I'm saying? Like Mordecai told her, don't let them know who you are. You see what I'm saying? Don't tell them, that you're an Israelite.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This dates back because as Israelites, we have been hated. We have been hated for so long. Right. Like what we experience here in this kingdom is nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun. People have been hating us for ages. You see what I'm saying? This is nothing new. So you wonder why people look and they talk about our Hispanic brothers the way they do, why they talk about black people the way they do, why they talk about our South American brothers the way they do. It's been going on since the biblical days. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's why he told her, don't even tell them your pedigree.
Right.
All right.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the woman's house to know how Esther did.
So here it is, Mordecai, he's a concerned father. You see what I'm saying? He walking, he's seeing how she did. You see what I'm saying? Like, is what we putting in play, is it working? You see what I'm saying? He's concerned for his daughter because at the end of the day, even though the king found favor in her, he already know that things can turn quick. You see what I'm saying? It can turn quick and it won't be in our favor. So Mordecai, just like a concerned father, he's pacing back and forth, just making sure she's good. Keep going.
And what shall become of her? Verse 12. Now when every day's time was come to go into the king Esther, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the woman, for were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil and myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for purifying the woman. So
they had a period of purification, like you see what I'm saying, where they got clean, they put oils on, they were smelling good. Like just imagine that. You see what I'm saying? And these women, they were prepared. Good.
You got a question.
Go.
So for them, isn't it unlawful to give your daughters to the youth?
You say, is it unlawful to give your daughters to the youth?
Right?
It is. It's unlawful. Like we should not give our daughters, our sons to the heathens, our daughters to the heathen. You see what I'm saying? Mordecai had a plan here. You see what I'm saying? This was operating in the spirit of the Lord. He wasn't giving her to this king. That was not the plan. You see what I'm saying? The plan was for her to do what she did. That's why she was in the right spirit. You see what I'm saying? It just so happened he found favor on her. That's just like a sister in the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got your Serena Williams and stuff like that. You feel me? They get in front of these heathens and stuff like that. That heathen took to her. You see what I'm saying? She wasn't interested in that king. You see what I'm saying? That's the one. Like she wasn't interested in that king. You see what I'm saying? But she's in the right spirit and she's doing what she got to do. Even if she didn't know the overall purpose of what she was doing, she was being obedient to her father. And that's why it's so important, you feel me, as young ladies, as women, you see what I'm saying? Be obedient to that man that's over you. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is working with that man. You see what I'm saying? You may not understand everything right now, but still be obedient to that brother. You see what I'm saying? It profits us. It profits a woman to be obedient to that man that's over her. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. Hey, Shalom. Shalom on the wall.
Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given her to go with her out of the house of the woman unto the king's house.
Keep going.
Verse 14. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the woman. To the custody of Sagaz, the king's chamber, which kept the concubine, he came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she were called by name. So
here it is, you got women coming and going. You see what I'm saying? You got women coming and going, but She was called by name. You see what I'm saying? Imagine a woman going through a purification phase right now. You feel me? You done already laid eyes on her like shorty bad. He looking at her like, I want her. He probably checking in on her. You see what I'm saying? Hey, how's this making out? You see what I'm saying? Like, mind you, this purification phase, they didn't put oils on them. She's smelling good. You see what I'm saying? Hair probably all natural and stuff like that. Got all of, she's smelling good, looking good, skin looking good. You see what I'm saying? He know her by name. He ain't forgot her name. You see what I'm saying? So as they go through all the process, they go through all that purification phases and whatnot. He don't know the other women, but I know her. And I know her by name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 15. Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Ebel, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go into the king. She required nothing but what had got the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the woman appointed. And Esther obtained favor in the sight of all them that upon her.
She was that beautiful that she found sight on everybody that viewed her. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, like the Bible says she was fair, so we know she was beautiful. But when a woman's operating in the spirit of the Lord, you see what I'm saying? Her spirit is beautiful as well. You see what I'm saying? And that gets people's attention. You see what I'm saying? Like you can become beautiful just because of your spirit. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to be, everybody, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But you ain't gotta be all world in the face. You see what I'm saying? But you better be all world in the spirit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that makes attraction. Like that breeds attraction right there. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, not only was she beautiful, but I'm quite sure her spirit was on point. She's operating in the spirit of the Lord right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To the fact that to the point, this king, he probably got hundreds of thousands of women lining up. You see what I'm saying? All of them probably look good. But it's this one particular one. I even know her name. She stands out amongst all of them. You see what I'm saying? It's in the spirit as well. Keep going.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into the house of the royal, the 10th month, which is the month Tebet, the 7th year of his reign.
Keep going.
Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins.
It is like when they say she obtained favor in the sight more than all the virgins. Again, we know virgins is not just a woman. It's not a woman who hasn't laid with a man. She's a young woman of marriageable age. You see what I'm saying? That's what a virgin is. You see what I'm saying? And she found sight with this. She found favor in the sight of this king more than any other young women. You see what I'm saying? So you had a lot of young women back then. I'm quite like I said, I'm quite sure a lot of them were beautiful. But it's something about Esther right now that's piquing this king's interest. You feel me? Keep going.
So that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Shah.
Instead.
That's like chapter 2, verse 17. Chapter 2, verse 18.
So we say he set the crown upon her head instead of Vashti. Vashti was the queen. She was once the queen, but she was the one who she started feeling herself. You see what I'm saying? When he called her up, she carried him in front of everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is women got to realize. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't feel like you can't be replaced. You see what I'm saying? You can, like, a woman can be replaced. You see, especially if you're in the wrong spirit. That's the quickest way to get replaced. You see what I'm saying? Like, let you try to carry your man. Let you try to be let you try to show him up. He's the king. He's a king. You see what I'm saying? That means people live and die at his command. And you gonna carry him? He tell you to come somewhere and you ain't gonna do it. That's not how things work. Just a sidebar. Like, we just seen that in the world, didn't we? The story about Nelly. Say Nelly woman. She say she separated from Nelly because she wanted to see, if it was really real, he would come back to her and all this kind of stuff. And then that little break that she so-called gave him, he got back with Ashanti and he got a baby on the way. You see what I'm saying? So she felt irreplaceable to the point where, though, she said, listen, I'm going to take a break from you. You can take a break from me. Do that if you want to. Show off if you want to. That's the quickest way to get replaced. You see what I'm saying? Like we seeing it happen right here before our eyes. You see what I'm saying? Like that's a story. That's a current story on the headlines right now with those words. You see what I'm saying? Come.
When they do things like that, he go and get another wife, but she can. I'm saying she can.
Right.
So now she's just been working for herself.
Come.
Now she ain't in the truth for real. She gonna now we try to do the same thing. That's the same one.
Come.
That's the whole reason for that. Do that.
Come. And that's a heavy point, and that's why he had to unalive that spirit that was in his rib. You see what I'm saying? Because he said, she showed me up. Let's she teach the other women that they can do the same thing to their husbands. And that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? Like you let your rib move a certain way, and she disrespecting you. She's teaching everybody else around you to disrespect you. You see what I'm saying? Like if your woman don't got respect for you, how can somebody else have respect for you? This is a person that you love, that you take care of, that you willing to lay your life down for, that you willing to take life for, and she ain't got respect for you, and you allowing it. How can that happen? You feel me? Go ahead.
Congress bring out so heavy is the fact that they teach our women to have the spirit of the shot, and then, but when it happened to them, you feel me? They went up into a whole uproar on they said it was going to destroy the other women, but that's what they teach our women to be with us.
Good.
They want our women to be independent and do it. Please,
right.
No man can tell you what to do.
Right.
But here in the scriptures, when the heathens went through that situation, they went into I got to stop this whole situation.
Right.
They teach our women.
And that's heavy too. You see what I'm saying? Because our women, like they teaching our women, like you got a husband, he's a partner. Like they teach our women that he's your part. Like a woman actually say to you, like you're my partner. I'm not your partner. You see what I'm saying? Like I rule you. You feel me? And it's okay. You see what I'm saying? Like you are my possession. You are my property. That's what you are to me. In relation to me, you are my property. You are a possession that I have. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard for a woman to hear that. Listen, it's hard for a woman in the truth. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's condemnation. It's how our women have been taught. Like the brother was saying, like, this is how women are being raised. Our women are not being raised that, to serve a man and to love her husband, and go ahead, sis. Come. That's a heavy point, sis.
To be a wife, I was willing to be a strong independent woman. Since I was a believer, my mother ingrained and she ingrained in me not to depend on me. So this is all new to me, and it's refreshing.
And what the sister said, and just for those who didn't hear it, she said that, her mother raised her that way. As a single woman, she raised her to be independent, not to depend on a man. And unfortunately, that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? I'm to what? And what women don't realize is like, this is why it's so important for you to choose the right man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is why it's so important for a woman to be in this UPK. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of women don't know what the right man is. Is the right man, is he the dope dealer? Because he got nice cars and stuff like that. He got jewelry, he got tennis and stuff like that. Like, does that make him the right man for you? You see what I'm saying? Because he can buy you things. Is it a man that can pay bills? Like I just seen the clip with Captain Tazariak and Captain Picard. They was talking to some sisters. And the one sister was like, can men pay bills? You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, being a man and being a righteous man is more than paying bills. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's about saving your life. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to choose the right man, because you don't realize, like, women and children do not realize how fragile life is. Like life is very fragile to the point where as though you have to be under the guidance. You have to be under the protection of a righteous man to survive this. You see what I'm saying? You can move like you think that you're doing things on your own and you think that you're going to do things your way, you can lose your life in an instant. And if you don't, you can cause somebody else to lose their life. You see what I'm saying? This is why it's so important to learn what kind of man should I have? You see what I'm saying? And it fortunately for Esther, Mordecai was that brother who stepped up in place of her parents. Right. Mordecai stepped up and raised her as his daughter because both her parents died. We was bringing that out earlier. Her parents died, and Mordecai stepped in as her father. And you see, he's raised a righteous daughter to the point where though she may not understand what her purpose is right now, but she's being obedient to her father, and that's the point that's being made. Keep going up.
Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made a release to the provinces. He gave gifts according to the state of the king. Mm-hmm. Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20. Esther had not yet showed her kindred nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
So here it is. She done been through a purification phase for 6 to 12 months. The king is pretty much giving her the best of the best right now. He's like he know her by name. You see what I'm saying? How many sisters in that situation going forward and say, you know what? He got the riches and stuff like that. I'm going to fall under his wing. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying my father ain't got this. You see what I'm saying? Like he ain't my father. He can't do for me. My father can't do for me for what this king can. She didn't have that spirit. You see what I'm saying? Despite the fact that he's trying to court her and he's showing her favor, she still stayed loyal and obedient to Mordecai. And that's a heavy point. You see what I'm saying? She stayed obedient to her father throughout all of this process. And I'm telling you, that's heavy because, when you getting showered with riches and gifts and stuff like that, and somebody gassing you and they telling you how beautiful all you are and how you smell good, and pretty much they can do whatever you need done, they can do it for you. A lot of females fold in that situation out. You see what I'm saying? Let a dude come along like you. She can have a husband and he doing the right thing. Let a dude come by and he got a couple dollars more and he willing to spend it. You see what I'm saying? He got a little status. You see what I'm saying? He a ball player. You see what I'm saying? He a celebrity or something like that. You see what I'm saying? She gonna lose herself in that. Most women lose their self in that. Here it is, Esther. She did not. She's still being obedient to Mordecai. Keep going.
Verse 21. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bigthan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were brought and sought to lay hands on King Ashton.
So here it is. They plotting on the king right now. You got some people plotting on his life and stuff like that. And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens with that. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who had told it to Esther, the queen, and Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name.
So here it is. Mordecai got word that they was plotting on this king. They was gonna take his life. So he dropped, hey Esther, listen, let the king know that they plotting on him. This, that, and the third. This is going to gain her even more favor with this king. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore they were both hanged on the tree, and it was written in the book of the Chronicles for the king. Yeah. So because of that, these people that was seeking to, get with the king, he found them out and he unalived them. You see what I'm saying? But had Mordecai not heard it and had he not told it to her, you see what I'm saying? She could have took that information and did what she wanted to do with it. Right. She could have said, no, you just hating. You just saying that. You see what I'm saying? Because you ain't got what he got. She could have had that attitude. But again, she was obedient and she listened. And because she listened, you see what I'm saying? This king was spared. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, she's even gaining more favor with this king. You see what I'm saying? Go over to chapter 3. Esther chapter 3, verse 1. After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agag, and advanced him, and and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
So here it is. We got Haman is being promoted. So he's about to become a figure in this story. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna find out his role. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
Yeah, we don't bow to no man. You see what I'm saying? We bow to our king, Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? We don't bow to men. You see what I'm saying? And because all of them bowed in this province and stuff like that, when he did not bow, now he's on the radar. You see what I'm saying? We are not to bow to no one.
Right.
I don't care what the situation is. We bow to no man. We bow to no flag. You see what I'm saying? We only bow to our king. You see what I'm saying? This is a heavy point. He knew that he was going to get persecuted because of this, but just like Esther was being obedient to him, he's being obedient to the Most High.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is why we have to be in the spirit as brothers, but this is also why the sisters, you got to be in spirit as well, because the same way a sister can fall, a brother can fall. You see what I'm saying? You can feel that pressure too. You see what I'm saying? Somebody say, the Pledge of Allegiance, they want you to, they singing the Pledge of Allegiance before a game. You're an athlete. You see what I'm saying? Are you going to pledge allegiance to that flag? You see what I'm saying? Are you going to pledge allegiance to that flag, or are you going to stand up? And when I say stand up, you stand up by sitting down. You see what I'm saying? What you going to do? You see what I'm saying? A lot of brothers fold under that umbrella too. You see what I'm saying? But here it is. Mordecai stood, how they say, 10 toes down. He stood 10 toes down in it. He stood on business. I'm not bowing to you. But now he has the attention of Haman, who's just elevated in this kingdom. Keep going.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgresseth thou the king's commandment? Verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matter would stand. So
here it is. They told Haman, they say, hey, listen, everybody bow, but it is a brother over here. He ain't bowed to you. You see what I'm saying? They try and see if Mordecai gonna fold. You see what I'm saying? When there's pressure on you, is you gonna fold? You see what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of them doing this. Go ahead.
They told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew.
See, and this is the part right here. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why he told Esther, don't tell him who you are. You see what I'm saying? Keep that private for right now. Because you can be anything under the sun. But as a black man, you better not ever say that you're an Israelite. You better not say you're a Jew.
Right. You
see what I'm saying? As soon as you say that, you feel me? You become public enemy number one. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it works. You're a black. Listen, they say as a man, you can say that you're a woman, and you got to accept it. As a woman, you can be a man. We got to accept it. But as a black man, you better not say you're Israelite. You can be anything you are. You can be anything in the earth except for who you really are. You see what I'm saying? That's when everybody start having a problem with you. Same thing right here. They say he's a Jew. What would that even matter in this case? It matters because they know who he really is.
Right.
Remember, we lost our records. We lost our history, you feel me? But they know who we are. Keep going.
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
Yeah, so he got angry. Who are you not to bow to me? You're an Israelite. Who are you not to bow to me? That's the same thing. You how they say you're a Mexican. Who are you not to bow down to Donald Trump? Who are you to stand up? You're a black man. Who are you not to bow down to this kingdom?
Who are you not to take a knee?
Yeah, who are you not to take a knee? You can't stand for this flag? Or you can't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? You can't do none of these things, right? Who are you to do these things? Then they start saying, well, if you don't like it here, you should leave. That's the next thing, right? But it's the same thing going on right here. Like Haman is angry. At the end of the day, you got all them people bowing to you. Why does it matter if one man don't bow to you?
Right.
What threat of it is he to you? It's just the fact that he's a Jew. He's a black man. And that's what the problem lies. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 6, and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ashur.
And this is why, and Mordecai, with Mordecai being in the spirit and being righteous, he knew that it was pertinent that Esther not reveal who she was. You see what I'm saying? And because she listened to him, you see what I'm saying? Like right now, him being a Jew, they say, you know what? We're going not only going to persecute him, but we're going to get all his people now. You see what I'm saying? If she wasn't obedient, you see what I'm saying, and she didn't listen to him, this would be an issue right now.
Right.
But because he had the wisdom, he told her, man, listen, you ain't got to reveal yourself right now. And now we see why. Keep going.
Even the people of Mordecai. Verse 7. In the first month, that is, the month of the sun, in the 12th year of the king Ashur, they cast her, that is, the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, that is, the month of Adar. Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ashur, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all the people.
Shalagi, they don't eat pork. They don't bow to us. You see what I'm saying? They got dietary laws. You see what I'm saying? They got laws that's not like ours. You feel me? You got a people like that in your kingdom. You see what I'm saying? What, like at the end of the day, what does it matter if we have different laws, if we move different? They ain't doing nothing to him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They not moving the needle against him. It's like they not coming up against his kingdom. But the problem is because they know that he's a Jew and his people are the true Israelites. Now that's where the issue lies. You see what I'm saying? Why does it matter for a brother that's an athlete not to stand before a flag? You see what I'm saying? Because Lord forbid he inspired his people to serve that same God. Mind you, they know who the God is too. You see what I'm saying? His name is the Terrible for a reason. That's his nickname to a lot of these nations because they know if you touch Israel, you see what I'm saying? You will be unalive. Like your whole nation will get wiped out for touching us, especially when we in the right spirit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we present a danger to every other nation around us. Not when we gang banging, not when we selling dope and stuff like that, and you know our ladies out here twerking and doing all. We don't present we not an issue then. They actually promote that. You see what I'm saying? But the problem lies when we start to come back to the Lord and we start to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And our laws are a little bit more peculiar than their laws. That's when it becomes an issue. Good.
Not to keep the king's law, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
And this is why we call the so-called white man the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he just lied.
Right.
He said we don't keep the king's law. That's a lie. You see what I'm saying? We keep the king's law as long as it does not promote us breaking God's law.
Right.
Wait, we keep the laws of this kingdom as long as it do not allow make us break God's law. You see what I'm saying? So here it is. He's lying as he's speaking to this king, you know, about Mordecai. Good.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
If it pleases the king don't even know about him. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna add this yeast and I'm gonna sell these wolf tickets. You see what I'm saying? If it pleases the king that these people be destroyed. No, if it pleases you,
right?
It's your desire that they be destroyed because a black man did not kneel and bow to you. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury.
This is a hit. You see what I'm saying? I'm paying for, you know, I'm gonna pay. They say, you know, he gonna bring I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business. This is a hit that he putting out on Israel. You see what I'm saying? This is an old school hit right here. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. Verse 11. And the king said,
it said the whose enemy?
The Jews' enemy.
This has not changed, This has not changed. Though they want us all to be peaceful, though they all want us to, you know, sing and all get along and stuff like that. Listen, never forget that these people are our enemies, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like people getting mad at us saying it, but look at what's happening to us. You see what I'm saying? Like we're not saying it for no reason. We're not saying it because of the color of no one's skin. We saying it because of the crimes. Like Obadiah say, because of the violence against thy brother Jacob. You see what I'm saying? Here it is. He just put a hit out against us. You see what I'm saying? We ain't put a hit out against nobody. We ain't did nothing to nobody. But yet and still, he wants to unalive not only Mordecai, but he wants to unalive everybody in Mordecai's nation. He wants to unalive. He wants to set how Psalms 83 say that the name of Israel be no more. He's trying to remove us. You see what I'm saying? This is why he's the enemy. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
So the king just okayed it. He said, listen, if that's what you're trying to do, you feel me? Go ahead and get the money, you feel me? Make it happen. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written 10, according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants, and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the right of the brother, and to every people after their language, the name of King Asterisk was written, and sealed with the king's ring. Verse 13. And the letters were sent by post into the king's province, to destroy, to kill, and to cause comparison, all of you, both young and old, little children and women.
This is a bounty. This is a bounty. He sent letters to every province, you feel me? To every city, every state. You see what I'm saying? Hey, all them Israelites, every Israelite that's within your province, we said today, so a city and state, every Israelite that's within your city, every Israelite that's within your state, you have permission and you will get paid to unalive them, wipe them out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so just imagine that. Imagine that you got to, Donald Trump. Good up. Oh, get down up.
So when you read when he put out the decree, it just sounded familiar. So I looked it up. That was the pastor that he put the decree out. So you know what I'm saying? He was trying to take us out when at the time of when we celebrating when the Most High freed us by taking the enemy out.
Remember they put the hit out on all our sons. You see what I'm saying? Put the hit out on all sons that all the male born, any baby born of Israelite descent, if it's a boy, he is to be unalived at birth. You see what I'm saying? Like here it is, we fresh into Passover season right now. Right. People feel like God is a heinous God because he unalived the firstborn son of every Egyptian household, every animal that didn't have that seal. You see what I'm saying? But our God is a righteous God. You see what I'm saying? And vengeance is his. Right. You see, it's a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like we done had a hit put out on us. We done had our sons. Every man in Israel done had a hit put out on him before. You see what I'm saying? And here it is. The Lord will avenge that. You can't get mad at a person for avenging the way they avenge. You see what I'm saying? That's every point you brought out too. Go ahead, keep reading.
Even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of the God, to take the spoil of them for prayer. Verse 14. The copy of the writing to the commandments will be given in every province published to all people, that they should be ready against that day.
Hey, it's fresh off a news press right here. Bounty on every Israelite head, unalive them. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 15. The post went out, being hastened by the king's commandment, and the decree was given to Shushan the palace, And the king and Haman sat down to drink, for the city Shushan was perplexed. Esther chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth.
They say when Mordecai heard this, like Mordecai started to grieve. You see what I'm saying? Like when they say he ripped his clothes, like he started ripping his clothes, man. Like that was a custom with putting on sackcloth. You see what I'm saying? When you were mourning, you see what I'm saying? Because he know that our people are about to be unalived. He know they're innocent, like people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, are about to be hurt for no reason. You see what I'm saying? So like, this is what a leader does. Like this is someone who cares about his people. You see what I'm saying? This ain't the type of leadership we got today. Ain't no black leadership renting their clothes right now, putting on sackcloth, mourning for our Issacharite brothers. You see what I'm saying? And our sisters. You see what I'm saying? Who are still being unalived, sold into sex slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like people just think that so-called illegal immigrants. I hate even saying it. You see what I'm saying? They think that you got to have proper they taking people with proper documentation. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody Israel. We're not like our Issacharite brothers are not safe. Northern Kingdom is not safe. You see what I'm saying? They running up in their house, you know, kicking doors in, kidnapping people. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to have proper paperwork, and that's what people don't understand. They got a bounty on their head, just like they had a bounty right here. That's why Mordecai is renting his clothes and stuff, because he know people are going to be unalived. You see what I'm saying? This is what leadership, and when the leader cares about his people, that's what it looks like. The black leaders of today are not doing that. They saying, well, they should have their paperwork. You know, if they're illegal, they are taking jobs over here. That's what the black leadership is saying right now. Now you see a stark difference in between righteous rulership and unrighteous rulership. All right, keep going.
And went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
Hey, Salaki too. Any sisters want to start helping getting serving the plates and whatnot? You feel me? When they get set up, we can just go up in rank order, go ahead and start eating too. Keep going.
Verse 2. And it came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate, clothed with sackcloth. Verse 3. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was a great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. Verse 4.
Yeah, this is what happening, man. Like our people being persecuted, our people being unalived. You see what I'm saying? Like they putting hunting parties together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like they was like they was hunting livestock or something like that. You see what I'm saying? You know, they waiting to do this to us.
Right.
They already doing it to the Northern Kingdom. You see what I'm saying? They have crews that go out and say, hey, we're gonna go over there. We seen them working over there. Let's go to their school. They got to pick their kids up. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna meet them at the school. We're gonna follow them to their house. Like this is what's happening right now. Like we reading this right now, but it's actually happening. Right. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, and this is why this story is so important. It's so important as a brother, as a sister, to be in the right spirit, to be righteous. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord is the only one that can save us from this. Brotherhood is the only thing that can save us from this. You see what I'm saying? You can't do this on your own. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how tough you think you are. I don't care how many bullets you think you got. Nothing's going to save you outside of the Lord and brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? This is why it's so important to get into these classes, man, and understand the history that our people have been through. We don't like history. I never liked history. I'm gonna tell you why. I never liked history growing up because I couldn't see myself in it. The history that they taught us, I couldn't see how we benefited from it. You see what I'm saying? I can't not listen to history now. You see what I'm saying? Because when you see yourself in it, you see where you made mistakes. You see, you know, okay, we did it this way, and this was the outcome back then. Now I don't have to do that. Go ahead, boy. Right. 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 Not only in school, in the churches. Come. And if you go to the Christian church, you don't even think it's black people in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't. It was never a time that if you're in the Christian church that you read the Bible and was like, this a brother. You seen a pale face for every character in that book. Come. Sir. Come. And the coloring books. You feel me? None of the features on them was Israel. You see what I'm saying? Good. Yeah, something.
Bringing out real heavy, talking about what's going through the day and how synonymous with what's going on in the scripture. And I read a sweet stuff.
Yeah, that's what.
Like Ecclesiastes 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wicked.
Damn right, and that's a perfect one because it said never trust thy enemy. You see what I'm saying? Like the Lord called them the enemy in this story. Never trust them. Just like it's iron rusted, so if his wickedness. That iron looks so pretty when it's new. It's shiny, it's strong. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm working with something right now. You see what I'm saying? But you leave it to his natural element. You see what I'm saying? And then you start to see it rust. It don't look no shine. It don't look shiny now. It don't look as pretty. You see what I'm saying? You see it for what it really is. You see what I'm saying? And that's how this oppressor, that's how his wickedness is. He come to you, he's so pleasant. I mean, he come to you pleasant, like he's soft with it too. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, smile. He hunching like this, like I don't want to offend, I just want to love everybody, we don't have to be this way, we can all help. We're one people. You see what I'm saying? Never trust that.
Right.
Never ever trust that. You see what I'm saying? That's how people get unalive. So keep going. Keep rocking up.
So after his maids and her chamberlains came and told it to her, then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth for him, but he received it not.
Yeah, so she felt this. You see what I'm saying? I'm too wild right now. Yeah, so she felt this. You see what I'm saying? She's mourning. She sent clothes to Mordecai and stuff like that. He ain't even want to. I ain't want to receive this. I'm grieving right now. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 5. Then he called Esther for a time, one of the king's chamberlains, who he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
Yeah, so she sent, the dude that was responsible for taking care of her. She called him like, listen, I want you to send this message to the king. What's going on and why is it happening? Why are you unaliving these people? Mind you, she has not told him who she is. But why are you doing this? You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 6. So a top went forth to Mordecai into the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasury for the Jews to destroy them. Verse 8. Also he gave him the copy of the writing, the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them.
So he went out into the city to see what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Mordecai gave him a copy of the hit. You see what I'm saying? This is the newspaper that's going around right now. You feel me? So he gave him a copy. He's going to take that back. Show us. Keep going.
Verse 8. Also he gave him a copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show unto Esther, and to declare unto her, and to charge her that she should go into the king to make supplication unto him, and to make a request before him for the people. Verse 9.
Yeah, so here it is, like, here it is, to charge that she go. He told Esther, he sent forth word to Esther that he need her to go into the king because he noticed she's found favor in the king's sight. You go in there and you make supplication for your people now. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why she had to be in the right spirit. She had to be. You see what I'm saying? This would not have worked if she was in any sense rebellious. she had to be obedient to what Mordecai was saying, and he had to be obedient to what the Lord was saying. Go ahead.
And verse 9, and the top came until Esther word to Mordecai. Verse 10, again Esther spake unto the top and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. Verse 11, all the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces, you know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come to the king to the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. I have not been called to come to the king these 30 days.
Yeah, like you just can't approach a king. You see what I'm saying? Like you just can't come up and just like approach a king at your beacon, at your will. You see what I'm saying? You can be unalive. Unless he put that scepter out and stuff like that, you feel me? You better be called. Don't just think you're gonna walk up to a king and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't walk up to Donald Trump when you see fit, right? You can't just go up to Donald Trump. You can be unalive. You get too close if you want to, and you will be laid down. It's the same thing here. Keep going.
Verse 12, and they told Mordecai as the word. Verse 13, and Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
Here it is. He told her, don't think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. Like, listen, you're not safe in here either. You see what I'm saying? Like the same way we being persecuted out here, you will be persecuted in there. You're not safe just because you're in there.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 14. But if thou altogether holdest thy peace at the time, then shall there another and deliverance arise to the Jews from other places. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knows whether thou art come to the kingdom such a time as this?
They tell them like this is why you were sent here. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what your business is here. You see what I'm saying? He's charging her with doing what she's supposed to do to save her people, man. You see what I'm saying? Like this is why it's so important that I'm telling you, it's nothing like a woman in the right spirit. You see what I'm saying? The power that she had, especially amongst men. Like if that man is not, if you are not a man that's truly conquered by the Lord, that's truly trying to serve the Lord, who has the Lord's spirit on you, that woman gonna run you. She's going to run you. It could be for good, or it could be to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? And we seeing it here. We seeing it here. Like she found favor in the sight of this king. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't put a decree out.
Right.
Mind you, he didn't already got rid of one woman for being disobedient. And here it is another woman coming, and her motive is completely different from his right now. And let's see what happens. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Verse 16. Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens I will fast likewise. And so will I go unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Listen to the spirit of this sister. Listen to this. Like she say, listen, you fast for my life, I'm a fast too. Like how many sisters, when you're going through something, will sit there and tell you, let's fast together?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, do you know how attractive that is? You say you don't mind eating then. She say, you know what, we going through something right now. You see what I'm saying? Like this is going to test us. This testing us to the core. Let's sit down, let's fast together. Let's seek the Lord's will in this matter. Let's fast. And you know what? I'm gonna do something that's gonna put my life in danger. But if I should perish for my people, let me perish.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is the beauty of a sister that's in the right spirit, man. How could you not be attracted to that? You see what I'm saying? This is why he going crazy over. You see what I'm saying? Like this is unheard of, unprecedented. Imagine if all of our sisters had that spirit out.
Right.
Imagine. You see what I'm saying? This is why it's so. Go ahead, Bob. Say it again. Come. You got a rib saying let's fast, and I'm gonna do something for my people that if it costs me my life, so be it. If I perish, I perish. Listen, how can you not be attracted to that? You see what I'm saying? Here it is. You got a heathen. He's attracted to it. That's what I'm telling you. Like it's one thing to have a physical beauty, but it's another thing to have that beauty that only the Spirit of God can put on you. You see what I'm saying? And when the Lord put His Spirit on a woman and she's in that right spirit, it's nothing more beautiful than that. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 17. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him. Esther chapter 5, verse 1. Now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal purple and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house.
So here it is. So she already know what she's doing could get her unalive, right? She know that her going before this king and she ain't called. She could be unalive for this. So she put on her best clothes. You see what I'm saying? She got on them oils and she's smelling good. Hair looking natural. She got all the juices in it. You see what I'm saying? And she went before that king. Now, by right, he should unalive her. That's his rule. You see what I'm saying? You step foot in this king's in the king's in that gate, and you ain't been called unless he hold that scepter out. Like you are gone. You see what I'm saying? And here it is. She took that chance. So she got herself, put some nice clothes on, got herself together. Here we go. Go ahead.
Over against the gate of the house. Verse 2. And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight.
So not only did he not unalive her, she found more favor in his sight. He he looking like, man, you see this? Like, listen, who is that? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the power of a righteous system.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Even a king will fall to his knees for a righteous woman. You see what I'm saying? And we seeing it happen right now. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the king held up to Esther the golden scepter.
So now he held up the golden scepter because if he did not, she was to be unalive. You see what I'm saying? So he held up this golden scepter, and that's pretty much saying, like, listen, she's good. She has my approval to be here. She can state her business. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter. Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, queen Esther? And what is thy request? It shall be given to thee, the half of the kingdom.
Hey, what is it that my queen want? You feel me? It will be given to you. All you got to do is say it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got songs where brothers say, listen, just throw it in the bag. You feel me? Whatever you want. You see what I'm saying? Shorty bad, that whatever she want, she getting. I don't care what it is. This is the same thing this king's saying. Whatever she want is going to be, is she going to get on behalf of this kingdom. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. And Esther answered, if it seem good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him.
So she's setting it up. She say, listen, if it seems good to you, let you and Haman come on and come to this banquet and we discuss this. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther has said.
Hey, listen. So, mind you, Haman got a role in this kingdom. You see what I'm saying? He said, listen, tell him to hurry up and do what Esther has told him to do. You see, this is the power of a woman. This is somebody in his cabinet. You feel me? Like, this is a high ranking politician that's in Donald Trump's cabinet right now.
Right.
And he hurry up with your business. You see what I'm saying? Do what Esther told you to do. Good. Son. A lot of. Son. That's what, and that's what we were saying earlier. You see what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say that. If you ain't a righteous man conquered by the Most High, and the Spirit ain't on you, that woman is going to run you up. There is outside of a woman, the only thing stronger than her and her temptation and her influence on you is the truth. Outside of that, you are prey. You see what I'm saying? Like you are prey. Keep going.
So that the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Verse 6, and the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom it shall be performed.
Hey, what you need? What you want? You see what I'm saying? It's going to be granted. Even to the half of this kingdom. You feel me? Whatever you need, you going to get. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 7, then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, verse 8, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition, and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet.
Verse 8.
Now come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king has said.
Yeah, so come on to the banquet tomorrow, you feel me? And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grant you my request. That's what she's telling me. Bring Haman too. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
This damn Mordecai again. This the same brother that wouldn't bow for me. Now he and the king taking, he ain't bowing. Hey, we gotta get rid of him. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at, can you imagine the anger that he felt? He ain't bow for him. He put a hit out on him, and he's still alive. Now he in the king gate not bowing. Good.
Verse 10. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself, and when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh, his wife. Verse 11. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted, and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king.
And he bragging right now, you know, he's bragging about his position in this kingdom. You see what I'm saying? I got these many men under me. They working for me. You see what I'm saying? I have these riches. I have that rich. You see what I'm saying? He's gloating right now. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Haman said, moreover, yea, Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. And tomorrow I am invited unto her also with the king.
Listen, I'm so important. I'm so important that Esther invited only me to come in there with the she only invited me to come in there with the king. That's how important I am. Top tier. You know, what he call himself? A high value man. He call himself a high value man right now. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 13. Yet all this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. Verse 14. Then said Zeresh his wife and all his friends unto him, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged and hung. Then go thou in mercy with the king unto the banquet, and the thing pleased Haman. And he caused the gallows to be made.
And you know what? When she told him this evil devil, she said, well, listen, when you go into that tomorrow, you know, when you go to that banquet tomorrow, let the king know this Mordecai, he got to be unalive. You know, when you do that, let him be unalive, then you go in there and you enjoy that banquet. You see what I'm saying? So here it is, his wife. She doubling down on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, get rid of him. He ain't bow to you. Who he think he is? Talk to the king and get him out of here. Then go and enjoy your banquet. Go ahead.
Esther chapter 6, verse 1. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of the records of the Chronicles and they were read before the king. Verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthan and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hands on King Ashton.
So here it is. He opened up the book and stuff like that to see, he keeping records there. And he said, "Okay, go ahead. You got something?"
Like, this is so important, right? That's the power of the Most High, right?
Yeah.
Because that night, right before Mordecai was going to say something to the king, the Most High for the Spirit, King Ashton, to open up the book and look into the records.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to serve the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Like, you serve the Lord, and like, you got to have that spirit. If I perish, I perish. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to serve the Lord. You see what I'm saying? You have that spirit, and you let the Lord do what the Lord do. You see what I'm saying? You don't try to find your way. You just be obedient. You serve the Lord. Come. Good.
Verse 2, and it was written that Mordecai had told of Bigthan and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who had sought to lay hands on King Ashton. Verse 3, and the king said, what honor and dignity hath been done to Mordecai for this? Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. Verse 4.
He said, listen, he didn't actually put out the he told of the hit that was great happening to me. What did we do for him? You see what I'm saying? Did we reward him for this? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Powerful is after Mordecai did that for the king, Haman got his position.
Come.
And that's how quick he can.
Come. Keep going.
Verse 4, and the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outer court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he prepared for him. Verse 5, and the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in.
So here it is. He looking at Mordecai like, listen, did we reward him for saving my life? And here it is now, Haman coming in, trying to put a hit out on Mordecai. This is how the Lord is working out. Go ahead.
Verse 6, so Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom will be the king? To whom would the king delight to do honor more than myself? Than myself. Verse 7, and Haman answered the king, for a man whom the king delighteth to honor. Verse 8, let the royal apparel be brought, which the king uses for wedding, and the horse the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. Verse 9. So
here it is, Haman. He trying to exalt himself right now. You see what I'm saying? This is what should happen for the man that you wish to honor. You see what I'm saying? Like, and he hearing all these things. He's only thinking of himself being exalted right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the arrogance of him. This is the arrogance of Esau. You see what I'm saying? They have this same arrogance, this same smug attitude. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And let his apparel, his horse be delivered to the hands of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal, whom the king delights to honor, and bring him on horseback to the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighteth.
So Haman, he's sitting there, he just, he's trying to be humble, thank you, because he thinks it's talking about him. You see what I'm saying? He about to be honored. He great ride through the city. Roses great, how they say he great get his flowers. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Then the king said unto Haman, make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai.
Yeah. So like, I wish I could have seen this. Do you know the anguish he must have felt when he said Mordecai's name? That Mordecai was going to be the one exalted and riding on a horse and coming through the city when he thought it was supposed to be him, and he was about to put a hit out on Mordecai. Like, I wish I could have seen his face out. You see, the pain that you got to feel to be that arrogant and that smug and then have something thrown in your face like that? Keep going.
That sitteth at the king's gate, let nothing fail, for all thou hast spoken. Verse 11. Then took Haman the apparel of horse, and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, thus said, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighteth in honor. Verse 12. And Mordecai.
We at 6 and 12. Come.
And Mordecai, Esther chapter 6, verse 12. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hastened to his house mourning and having his head covered.
Man, he mourning now. First he was feeling himself, you know. Now he crying and he weeping. Can you believe this? The man I was about to unalive, you see what I'm saying? He got him on a horse, you know. Yeah. It's like, God, you feel me? He mourning. He going back crying to his evil wife. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends, everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men, and Zeresh, his wife, unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom has begun to fall, thou shalt not rebel against him, but thou shalt surely fall before him. Verse 14. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlain, and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Yeah, so we ready to get to this banquet part right now. Go ahead.
Esther chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to the banquet with Esther the queen. Verse 2. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, why is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the king. Verse 3. Then Esther the king answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. Verse 4.
Hey, so like, and this is a lesson too for women. Learn how to talk to your man. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta rah. Like, you want to get something done, be respectful. You say a soft answer turns away wrath. You see what I'm saying? The woman, you can get anything you want, truthfully. You just gotta talk and act the right way. You see what I'm saying? You gonna come and tell me what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it? It ain't getting done. I'm just telling you straight up. You see what I'm saying? You ain't telling me what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it. You come and you talk soft to me, hey, Slocky, if you can do it this way, yada, yada, you know, that weighs on a brother. You see what I'm saying? Even if he don't want to do it. Man, did you see how she came to me? She came. Man, she came so how could I say no to her? You see what I'm saying? That's the power of a woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, black women, y'all have that power. Use it. Use it for the right reasons. You see what I'm saying? We use it for the wrong reasons. Use it for the right reasons. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 4. For we are sold, I and my people to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bond men and bond women, I held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Verse 5. Then the king answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he, that earth consumes in his heart to do so? Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and the enemy is this wicked Haman.
This people trying, he trying to kill my people. He trying to kill my people, you see what I'm saying? Kings, who is this person? She said, it's this wicked Haman. This wicked one right here, you see what I'm saying? She put him out. She put him on blast, you see what I'm saying? In front of the king. You see what I'm saying? He's the one that's seeking to kill my people, to destroy my people. Keep going.
Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
Now he's scared. You see what I'm saying? He go from putting hits out on people and, you know, bragging to his wife about how much power he got, to seeing Mordecai ride on a horse and get his flowers. And now he ready to get a hit put on his head. You see what I'm saying? Now he's scared. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the king arrived into a banquet of wine, and his wrath went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen, for he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
And here it is. This is the cowardly actions of Esau. You see what I'm saying? They will put a hit out, and they will do so much damage to anybody else. Like I said, they don't. The only justice the only justice that they know is their own. You see, only pain that they know and feel is their own. You see what I'm saying? Because here it is, you can put a hit out on an entire race of people. But now when your time comes, you cowering up. You see what I'm saying? It reminds me of them shooters. Like, it was one particular devil. He shot up, I think it was a Walmart before. And all on his Facebook page, they're gonna have to carry me away in the box, you feel me? Death before dishonor, all this nonsense. He went and shot up a Walmart, killed a lot of the northern tribe. When they came and put guns on him, he surrendered. He surrendered. You just unalived all these people. They ain't shoot him. No, he went in. He said no surrender, and he surrendered. It's cowardly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but the thing is, if you're gonna move like that, be ready. Be willing to go the whole way. You see what I'm saying? Don't do that to somebody else and then want to cry tears and stuff. Hey, don't do it to me. Don't hurt me. You see what I'm saying? When you to put hits out on everybody else. You see what I'm saying? It's cowardly. Say it again.
Take me to jail.
Yeah, take me to jail. Take me in. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Then the king returned out of the palace garden to the place of the banquet of wine. And Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house?
Yeah. What? So what? Yeah, so here it is saying, he came in the house and seen him over the bed. He like, you gonna force yourself on her too? He looking at Haman like, hey, you got some explaining to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's petrified right now because he knows the favor that Queen Esther has in the sight of this king. You see what I'm saying? And he knows what he done did. Now he knows what he done did to Esther's people. And that's why even in this kingdom, Esau knows that he should be, that it's justice that has to be paid for what happened. You see what I'm saying? Everybody deserves justice. They know that more than anybody. That's why right now they're still arresting Nazi war criminals. They're still arresting Nazi war criminals still to this day because of their crimes, no matter the age, no matter their health condition. You see what I'm saying? Esau know he has a bill to pay. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's scared. The same spirit Mordecai had. I mean, that Haman had. He running around scared. You see what I'm saying? Begging. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's doing now, begging for his life. You begging for your life when you just unalived at free will. You see what I'm saying? This is the spirit of Esau right now. You're starting to see it, and you're starting to feel it more so every day we speak. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on in this nation? They scared of Trump and all his policies. You see what I'm saying? Even Esau scared of him. We don't fear it. You see what I'm saying? Like, this has been our existence. It's what? Let's finish this up. We're in 7 and hold on 1 second. Yeah. Verse 8. 7 8.
That's the verse 7. That's the chapter 7, verse 8. As the words went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Verse 9. Harbonah, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold, also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king. standeth in the house of hanging. Then the king said, hang him, they're wrong.
Hey, listen, the Lord let him build his own. He let him build his own deathbed. You see what I'm saying? How you say you make your bed, you gonna lie in it? He made his own hangman, and now he's gonna hang in it. You see what I'm saying? And this is a lesson to us. Whatever traps that they have for us, you serve the Lord, you feel me? And the Lord will capture them in their own traps.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All we have to do is be obedient to our Father, man. You see what I'm saying? You sisters, be obedient to that man that's over you. You feel me? And I'm telling you, man, right. And this is what happens. The Lord is allowing him the same hangman that he built for Mordecai. He's about to get hung with it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 10. So they hanged him on the gallows that he prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified.
Yeah, and this is what happens. You see what I'm saying? Like, because Esther, because she followed through and she was obedient to Mordecai, because she did those things, our people were saved. The man Haman who put hits out on our people, he was unalive by the king. You see what I'm saying? This is all the workings of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? You don't know the Most High will prepare you for years to fulfill one request. You see what I'm saying? He just needs your obedience. You may not understand what the Lord doing with you. You may not understand why I'm getting sent to this city. Why am I going here? Damn, I got a job over there. I ain't never been, to Canada. I ain't never been all the way across the country. Damn, they offered me 3 times my salary. Why I'm going over here? Next thing you know, you got a camp. You don't know why the Lord is doing what he's doing. You feel me? But what you have to do is be obedient. You see what I'm saying? Listen to the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Come into this school, get your counsel. Listen to these generals, listen to these captains, you feel me? It's of the Lord. The same way this sister Esther listened to Mordecai, it's the same way we got to listen to the Most High and listen to the men above us. You see what I'm saying? This is how, you got something, about? Come. And that can happen overnight. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no time limit on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to realize who we are in this earth, man. You know, like, it's a gather ourselves together, O nation not desired. We're not desired amongst these other people, but we must be desirable to each other. You see what I'm saying? And as long as we're desirable to each other, we serve the Lord. The same way Haman sought to kill us and sought to unalive and plot against us is the same way the Lord will use their own traps and snares against them. You see what I'm saying? So, I know I went over time, Salakia, you feel me? But I definitely wanted to bring that out, in the story, that being obedient to the Lord, to the Lord, especially for the Akim. As men, we stand and we be obedient to the Lord. We get our houses in order. You see what I'm saying? We get our women in order. We get our children in order. And by them being obedient, you seen how a lot of sisters, they think, how can I be used? That's a question a lot of sisters have. What is my role? You see what I'm saying? I come to the church. It's like I come into the truth. What is my role here? You see what I'm saying? You are being prepared and you don't even know it. What is the Lord preparing you for? Who knows? You see what I'm saying? But the Lord is preparing you. Be obedient. You feel me? Listen to the men above you. Listen to that man that's over you. You feel me? And you'll see how the Lord is working with you. And with that, we're the ISUBK, the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under command of General Yohana. And at this time, we're going to bring up Officer Ganah for reading of the security announcement. Hey, shalom, Israel.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUBK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. The up and coming Holy Convocation will be the Passover, which will be going down in Atlanta. Make sure you pay your Passover fees, $200. That's real cheap for a lot of the things that we have going on. So make sure you pay your Passover fee. Remind Akim and Nawathiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events. And if you're watching online, YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, then he or she should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and or scarves. And with that, Minister Visual, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher, Minister Visual Elijah. Amazing Spot, Amazing Barak, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Rakatah. That's a batat. Turn, what is it? Saw Mr. Turn. Amazing. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters, individual Amazing, Amazing Shabbat, Amazing Barak, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua. That's a batat. Class dismissed.
Oh,